Welcome along, YouTubers. This is Dino. We're going for a new Let's Play, Farming Simulator 17. I've kind of picked the Challenging map because it reminds me a little bit of a farm that I actually know in real life. And whilst we're thinking about it, actually, we'll go and open this gate. This is going to be the main gate we come in and out of here with, and that button there. There we go. So, going for completely vanilla. I don't think we need any mods. We'll play this as is. We could do with it getting a little bit lighter in the world. So down here we have the sheep, is it? Yep, that's the sheep there. We'll get into animals at some point in the game, no doubt. There's the chickens already sitting pretty for us. And then over around these buildings here we have the cows. We've also got a silo for making some silage. There is a basketball hoop if you wanted to do the basketball thing. And then over here we have all of the equipment. Now I've reset it all so that we can have a quick little look at what you get on the map when you start this map. You get your radio truck, which if you look in the settings is actually the only one that... Oh, where have they gone? Where have they gone? There we go. That comes with any days on it. Everything else is starting from brand new, so you're not going to have to pay silly maintenance straight out. You've got the small plough, the small header trailer, the baler, the cultivator, grass cutter, weight, seeder, one tractor, one harvester, and a trailer. So you don't get a lot of equipment to start on this map, and I like that. I think it's quite, it's quite good to start off with nothing and have to build yourself up. So, first things first here, what equipment don't we need? Well, we actually need everything except for this header trailer on any other map. On this map, a header trailer for the combine is actually not a bad idea. You do get a lot of small little lanes on this map. It's based on an English map, which is obviously where I'm from. So, okay, let's have a quick little look at the map. There we go. So, we own fields 1, 6, 10 and 11. 20 and 18 are both grass fields. So, what have we got when it comes to growth? Okay, so we've got 6, 11 and 15 all ready to harvest. So I think that's going to be our first step. Now, they're very irregular shaped. So I do think we're going to end up having to do most of that ourselves. Now, being the kind chap that I am, I'm not going to make you guys sit through all of that. To unfold the combine. We're going to try and get to those fields without using the header trailer. Oh, there we go. We've got it. We've got it. Here we go then. So, as you can see, it's quite a nice area down here. You can get off into the fields there to cut some grass for anything you want as well. And true to life, everything around here is tight for space. Every farmer that I know personally is tight. So why wouldn't they be tight on space? Here we go, around the corner then. Okay, I'm going to get this to the field and I'll be back. Okay, so we've got the combine down to the field. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to hire a worker, send them off on their way and jump out. Right, whilst they're doing that, we're going to run back to the farm. We're not that far from the farm, we're just down this little lane. So I'll go back to the farm, grab a tractor, and I'll tell you what, we'll cheat. Let's just cheat. Okay, so I think what we need down there with our combine is a trailer. So let's pick up our front weight. There we go, a little bit of in-game magic physics. struggling to remember buttons. Let's go for a little drive. Okay, so we'll get the tractor over to where she needs to be and be back again. Okay, so here we come, coming up on the field. It's quite important to go in tractor view on that lane. There really is absolutely no room whatsoever for seeing where you're going driving outside a cab. So let's get this tidied up a little bit. It seems like I did a reasonably good job on setting the worker off. There's just a bit for us to tidy up afterwards. See what it looks like down the end there. Yeah, that's not too bad. We can certainly tidy that up. So we need to make some plans. What are our plans? Let's have a little look here. So we're going to be harvesting this one, obviously. Harvest 11 and harvest 15. And then they're going to need to be ploughed in. We need to be getting the maximum that we can out of each field. So let's go back to game and get this guy emptied. I have to say the AI in Farming Simulator 17 is so much better than it was at 15. Before, a field like this would have just completely stumped a worker. They're actually doing a reasonably good job. I can't remember if I've got crop destruction on. Oh, I know I said we was going completely vanilla, but I might have left that on, as I view it as an improvement to the game. No, I don't think we have. Okay, we might turn that on in a minute. There we go. So we have a combine coming back down. We shall empty his grain tanks. I'm fairly certain he's going to be a little bit on the full side by now. Although the beacons aren't on, so he's not at 80%. But if we get him emptied, we can always drift off and look at doing something else. It's so nice that you get a reasonably sized grain container to start with. There we go, we've got that now. That's anything that was going in there now was just from what was being cut. So what else could we do here? What else could we do? We could we could go get, I suppose, the baler. Although if we went and got the baler, we've got nothing to pick the bales up with. I tell you what we could go get though. We could go get, because we've not taken out our loan yet. Tell you what, let's do that. Let's drop the trailer there, and let's go for a little drive over to the shop. Let's go get ourselves a self-loading wagon, because it's going to come in handy. Or you're going to get to see, going up this lane now, and see what I mean by you don't get to see a lot. Although that view's not too bad. Let's just go in cab. It's going to be easier when we get around this corner. So traffic is on. There is our farmhouse, looking beautiful. The maps on Fs17 are just amazing, I think. There we go. We're going to have to check for traffic, but I think we're good. We're good. Oh, sorry mate, didn't mean to pull out on you. Right, let's... oh, my driving is atrocious today. There we go. It's kind of a straight line. So I've not got the mini-map up because I know this map fairly well. we can get to the shop without needing the map. There we go. Obviously, cars drive on the left. This is England after all. So I'm still undecided as to what way to go on this game. Should I go for the crop farming, get the animals going, do a bit of logging? I just don't know. I think for now we're going to stick with doing what we can afford. We're going to have to take out a little bit of a loan, because I'm a bit of a fan of trying not to buy lots of different machinery, because all it does in reality is cost you money. So if you're buying some equipment, buy something that's going to last. Okay, here we are then. We're here at the shop. We'll just park the tractor over here out of the way a little bit. Can't remember exactly where they spawn stuff in on this, but I think it's somewhere around there. So let's go over to the buy. Bye, which is indoors. Of course it is. I think whoever parked that Arctic trailer there, they need a lesson in parking straight. So, we need a self-loading wagon. There we go, loading wagons. So we can afford that one. Where do we want to go? Okay, so the big one, obviously, at 135. Oh, how much does that hold? 50,000. So, I mean, for £19,000, 8,000. To be honest, looking at these, you need big horsepower in reality to utilise those. Well, this one's only 34, so that we're only losing 16,000 litres against the biggest one we have because we're playing vanilla. So, I think that would be enough for us. At 68,000 as well, that's within the realms of possibility. So, let's go take out some loanage. Oh, wrong button. Haha! I'm so good at this game, can't you tell? Okay, so let's max the loan out. There we go, that's the loan maxed all the way out. Okay, so, loading wagon. Let's get that bought. Because that will come in handy when we're doing animals, if we're doing animals. But also, it's just a way of getting some extra money out of the crops that you've grown. Now I know you can just chop the straw and it's game over, job done. But I'm more of a fan of actually trying to utilise the stuff that you get. It's what a farmer does. They take every last thing that they can get and try and make some money from it. Now, baling it is how it would happen in real life. You wouldn't load up one of these to then sell. It's just a pain in the butt. Certainly for a small farm like this, anyway. Coming, swing out wide a bit. Yeah, that'll do us. Right, back in cab. Again, just down this road, it's easier. We may remodel a little bit. We may get a grinder going. Although, because we're playing vanilla, there's no real easy way of chipping wood anymore. It's a real long, drawn-out process. We'll have to think about that one for certain. So there's the other field that we own. that we're currently trimming down. Now I could go in through this gate, but I'd then have to drive around the edge of the crop to get down to where we've started doing our harvesting from. So I'm just going to go back in the way we came out. Plenty of dollar there. Dab of the brakes to make the turn. Oh, look at that, beautiful. You could almost tell that I used to drive heavy goods for a living. There we go. Oh, off the dirt, come on. Try and stay on the lane. Okay, this is another interesting corner. With our fabulous driving skills, we've got it covered. So let's lower that down with it turned on. We'll just come down and collect ourselves this row here. Yeah, that's looking good. At the moment we still don't have any beacons on the harvester, so we're not imminent of being full over there. Now I could have sprayed this crop before harvesting it, but I think we would have lost had it been a real life situation. We're too late. It's already grown. We're not going to be able to fertilise and improve the yield once it's grown. Once it's grown, the yield is what the yield is. But you can bet your bottom dollar that we will be doing that from here on. We've got the 3-stage fertilisation on. Oh, this is going to work out perfectly. We can stop that there, disconnect that, pick this up. Yeah, we've got the 3-stage fertilisation going, so we will be doing a lot of fertilising in the game. I think we're most likely to get the fertiliser pellet spreaders. They are, to me, the best in-game fertilisers. You can get a nice little tractor with some crop wheels on it, and get the back mounted one, and off you go. You can hire a worker in to do the job, and it just seems the best way round for me. There we go. We got to the end. Oh, you should be stopping. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, brilliant. So that will now empty out of there. We'll leave the trailer there. We don't need to move that for him to carry on working. We'll flat out down here. Driving over the straw there, we would have ploughed some of it back into the field, but the reality is the driving mechanics on this game aren't good enough for them to have brought that kind of level of detail in. So here we go. Let's carry on picking up our straw. I'll get a bit more of this field done, then I'll come back. Okay, so that's my loading wagon absolutely full. I thought I should maybe show you guys what we're going to be doing with it. I'd like to get into animals as soon as possible. I just think that they're definitely going to be better than crops. Because we only have one place to sell crops, as soon as you start getting large and big time into crops, it kicks you. It really does. So we're quite able at the moment to get all of the food we want and need for the cows. So what I'm going to do with this first load of straw is actually bring it down and just spray it off into the cows. It says failing to remember which button it is. There we go. Oh, days. I tell you, you can tell it's been a while since I've played on this game. So that's enough in there for now with no cows. So the amount of straw you can put into there obviously goes up the more cows you have. So we're going to have straw for days. So what we're going to do is we'll just come around here and we'll back this into here. Because this is our straw sell point. Oh. There we go, that's where I want it to be. So let's see what we can get for an almost full loading wagon. What do we get there? 2,500. So it's not going to pay us back immediately, but long term it will eventually pay for itself selling straw. But more importantly, I think, is how much easier it is to do animals with a loading wagon. There we go. Let's come down and see our combine again. He must be getting a little bit full again. Obviously we've got a very nice sized tipper trailer on us. So yeah, he's not protesting too much there. So I'm going to disappear again, go do a bit more, because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me just collecting all of this straw up. So I'll get a bit more of that done and come back. Okay, so we've managed to get this whole field done. I can't believe that it really took me that long, to be honest with you. Small equipment sucks. So we're going to just come back around and go through this little gate up here. Now there's still a bit to go. I'm going to just tidy that up once I've dropped this back at the farm. Let me just run through there. Open that up. Yes, so we're just going to drive through there. Shh, don't tell the boss. It took a very long time. As you can see up in the corner there, about 2 game hours have elapsed at an hour a minute, well, minute per minute at one speed, real life. So I've just spent 2 hours of my life harvesting that field. Now we've done fairly well out of it. We've put 3 loads from the combine into storage, so that's 63,000 litres into storage, and this is about 15 loads of straw that we've sold at just over 3,000 each. So that has actually very nearly paid for buying it. That cost us, I think it was 61,000. I've been having some fun and games backing that into there. So yeah, that almost paid for. We're about 10,000 shy, I believe, of where we were before we bought it, after we took out our big loan. So that's not too bad for me. I'm happy with that as a day one. I'm going to leave the rest of the straw on the floor. So we're just going to quickly jump over to the combine, and we're just going to tidy this up. Oh, I can't remember the buttons for it now. Let us turn off. There we go, that one there. Turn off the straw. We don't need the straw giving us grief, making things look untidy on us. There we go. Sorry about that. I really should remember to put my phone onto mute when I'm recording. So yeah, we're just going to tidy this farm up a little bit, and then we're going to go and I think we're probably going to go buy some equipment, to be honest with you. Like I was saying, this has taken absolutely forever with this combine to harvest. Now, to buy a bigger combine, it's going to take a lot more money than what we have. We could buy something a little bigger, but like I said earlier, I'd rather try and save up a little bit and buy something bigger. Now, I can hear you all screaming at me, but you've just got all of that crop that you've just harvested. And you're right, we have. We are going to be selling that without a shadow of a doubt. But at 21,000 litres at a time, which is what our grain carrier can hold, it's going to take forever. So I think two of the things we need to go and buy ourselves is a new grain carrier, so a new tipper. I think we want to try and get something pretty big. Now, I'm not going to sell the one we currently have, because some of the bigger grain tippers, due to their high sides, for these smaller combines, they really struggle, and it's an absolute faff trying to get the tipper underneath the grain chute. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep the current tipper, go buy a nice big one, as big as we can realistically carry. I mean, luckily the tractor that we start with on this map is a really good size. You can pull most things in-game with it. We're a fairly flat map, so you've not got to worry too much about going up and down all of the hills. Also, I think we're going to sell the baler. I think we'll also sell the cultivator. We'll also sell the seeder, because all of those operations are, in truth, quite annoying and quite time consuming. So I think to have those little machines, we're better off selling all of that and just trying to get a really good sized seeder that will preferably auto drill, and if we could get really lucky, maybe something that will fertilise for that first fertilisation stage. As I said earlier, we're going to go for the 3-stage fertilisation, and I think I may look for a tractor as well, because we have got the ploughing requirements switched on. We are going to have to plough the fields periodically. So what that means is about every 3 days. It really is going to be quite demanding to try and do a field of this size with a little 3-metre plough. I mean, you're just going to take days, which is boring and annoying for me because I have to do it off camera, and boring for you guys to watch as well. So we're definitely going to be having a little bit of a buying and a selling party. There we go. Let's back up and get that. I hoped we might be able to swing around and get that. We are going to leave a few little bits at the ends of the fields. Just down there you can see all along that edge there's little bits and bobs that the combine's just not been able to pick up, because of the irregularity shape of the field. I'm not a massive fan of these irregular shaped fields, but they are more true to life. Like I said to you at the beginning, this farm really does remind me of a friend's farm. And his fields, they're absolutely all over the place. Now we have got a bit more down the bottom here that needs collecting. So we'll get these bits down the edge as we go. Just that little bit from where we started, you can just see it on the left of the screen there. There we go. Right, let's get that bit done. So what other fields were ready for collection? It was 11 and 15. They were both ready for harvesting as well. If you notice, field 6, which is what we have just harvested, it's kind of the middle-sized field. So I think maybe an hour of harvesting would see 11 done. I reckon that's maybe half the size of this. But 15, oh god, that's going to be like days. We're back to the days of harvesting. So I would really like to be able to get us a bigger harvester before we have to do that one. We have got withering switched on, so if we don't get those harvested soon, they will all die. Now it's not too upsetting because we didn't have to pay to plant this. This is basically all free crop. So I'm just going to send him as a hired over there so we can jump back over here. And then we can go pick up some of those equipment items that we're going to sell. We need to make sure, obviously, that when we sell stuff, we have the money to buy something to replace it. I tell you what, let's just drop this weight over here by the silo. There we go. Right, and let's then try. Tell you what, if we pick up the seeder on the front, and the cultivator on the back, that'll balance itself out a little bit as we go down the road. And yeah, this is certainly a contraption you would not want to find on the road. Look at that. That's just not something you'd want to drive into as you're going down a country lane. So let's get ourselves back out of the farm here. The tractor's not enjoying all of this. Oh, I see, it's a bit longer than you think. It's a bit longer than you think. Or I'm just not as good a driver as I thought. One or the other. So, up we go, up the hill. We lose a bit of speed going up there, so obviously this is about all of our tractor can carry. A little bit of a mishap there again. Right, up we go, up we go. Let's go. Alright. Going cab. Oh god, you wouldn't want to be driving this on the road, would you? Look at that, that's ridiculous. Can we lower that down a little bit so we can see? Yes, we can. There we go. You can see where we're going now. We're not going to look outside of the cab. Oh, yep. There we go. I thought it might do that. Oh, what a nightmare. Okay, let's try and drop down below the tree line. I was playing on my phone then while I was driving. Yeesh. So I think first things first, we'll sell these two, then we'll look at buying something else. So the reason I've brought everything down to the shop, as you most likely know, you get a better price for anything you sell that you actually bring to the shop. So drop the first one off. Drop the second one off. Jump out. Come over here and sell them. So we're not getting a large amount for them. Oh, yeah, just got to remember you've got to come off of there. But that's better than a kick in the teeth. So let's pop into here. So, like I said, we want a bigger tipper. So the biggest tipper that we can get and pull with the tractor is possibly that one there, 47,000. Yeah, that's looking to be the biggest one we can actually get. Okay. $2,000 litres for... I tell you what, that's close enough for me. Let's buy that. Okay, that's good. Right, other thing we want is a seeder. We've just sold our seeder, so we must make sure we buy a new one. So let's go to the top end of the world. So we've got the Condor. Okay, so the Condor would be lovely. However, we can't afford that. That's just too much money. What have we got here? We've got the... Okay, the Horsch Pronto 9. It's not actually that expensive. Doesn't require silly horsepower. It does fertilise. It does sow directly. I tell you what, we're having it. We've done it. We just don't care. And the other thing we're going to need is a spreader. I really like this one. Fits on the back of the machine. 24 metres. We've bought that as well. I am crazy. Right. So we've got 58,000 left. Do you know what? There is actually half a chance here that we could maybe upgrade. There is. It's half a chance we could upgrade the combine. Let's hope there's nothing coming. Okay, we're good. So yeah, we definitely know we're dragging along the bigger container there. It's a little bit slower getting up to speed. There we go. Let's chase his car down. Come on, mister. This is going to be so bad. Once it's loaded, it's going to take forever to drag it along. But it's worth it. We're basically going to be doing what we can with this. We're going to basically make half the amount of journeys versus with the current tipper. Can you hit that car? Okay. Might have to look at the steering sensitivity on the controller. It seems to be really twitchy, really twitchy. this car just didn't think about what was following it then. Slowed down on a hill, made us lose all of our momentum. It used to really wind me up when I was driving heavy goods. You're trying to do what you can to keep moving, and people just slow down in front of you on hills. It's like, no, just get out of the way. Okay, so basically we don't need any of our crops. So we're going to load that up with that. We're going to drop that there and leave that loaded. As I have just thought, we still have some equipment down here to sell. Okay. Let's make the first item we sell. I'll tell you what, let's change my mind again. Oh, I'm all over the place. I need to make a decision. Oh, that's damaged it. It's a good job that they don't deduct money for damaged kit. So, let's drag this down to the shop. We're going to sell this as well, I think. So actually, let's quickly jump into the Lizard, because I'm not a fan of the pickup truck. It serves very little purpose in my mind and in the game. Oh, here we go. So, as much as I enjoy baling, it really, if you're not playing with mods, like the auto bale pickup trailer, and it doesn't enjoy pulling this, and things like that, it's quite hectic. Trying to run with bales, certainly round bales like this one. If I've not got the mods, I may do square bales, but that's about it. So let's. It's a good job this truck's rear-wheel drive here, I think, because there's not a lot of steering on the front axle. If that was front-wheel drive, those wheels would just be wheel spinning all the time. So we're going along at a good clip. I can feel the crash about to happen before it even has. This is just, it's just not safe. Why am I doing it? Because I don't care. Here we go. It's all, see, oh my days. What on earth? I knew it was coming. I called it. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to sell these two items as well. And then we're going to look at the ploughs. Whilst we're here, we'll look at how much a plough costs. And what sort of power's needed. Oh, sorry mate, but should give way. Wide vehicle, shrinkful. Okay. The amount that truck comes up when you take that off. Okay, that's definitely for the best. That's going to reduce our vehicle costage per day, and to be honest with you, I wasn't going to use them. Okay, so we need a plough. We need a bigger plough. I tell you what we could do first. Actually, let's just go to the garage, look at our tractor. It's a 210 horsepower. So I mean, we could go for one of those. We currently have this little 2 meter. That'd give us a 3 meter. It's not a massive improvement, but it is an improvement. It's an extra meter. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So that requires 180. Could we buy a new tractor to pull that? So the fast track is 165, and that's the cheapest one that would kind of do the job. Okay. Oh no, that's fine. Okay. So we're going to make a little pit stop and empty out. There's the tipper trailer in the field. This is that grassy lane or shady lane that I was telling you about. You have to come down. It really has to be done in cab. You can't drive outside. It's a nightmare. Okay, so if we were to drop the plough off just there. Get the tipper. That will continue to work for us now, whilst we're just running around, still organising the farm really, just trying to get it how I want it to be run, and how I think is going to be best for it to run. Now, we do know the guy that owns this next field. He's actually okay with us just using it as a bit of a shortcut. Or I really can't be bothered to go all the way back round. It's one or the other. Okay, here we go. So, it's a beautifully ploughed field. I feel a little bit bad now actually about driving across it. Only a little bit though. Not enough for me not to do it, but yeah. I thought there was a gate this side. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to cheat. Okay, everybody close your eyes. Okay, there we go. Open them again. That's it. See, now none of you saw me cheat, so technically it never happened. There, we'll sell this off. We should have a fair bit of cash then. Okay. Yeah, that's worked out really well. So, wrong button, there we go. Let's quickly have a look. Our harvester is that one there. So we could probably get 150 for the harvester. There we go, that one there. And Well, if we call it 170,000, so we could probably get 280,000. So we could possibly go up a little bit, but not massively. Okay, I'll have to have a think on that. I think I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll park the tractor at the side of the road for a second and come pick up the harvester. We're going to have this harvester just harvest that other little field for us. What was it? Field 11. Yeah, we're going to have him finish harvesting that. And then maybe sell it and buy a bigger one to harvest the big field that is down the bottom. I can't be doing with going and getting just those small little bits there. So we'll quickly whip back down here. In fact, guys, I'm going to call that a video. If you enjoyed watching, I understand it was a little bit fragmented because of the constant breaks. But yeah, if you enjoyed having a watch on that, leave a like and a subscription, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.